Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? My name is LittleMarMan. We have another video. This one is going to be 5 tips that are going to help you complete the Eisendrache solo Easter egg. It is a tough Easter egg, probably one of the toughest for us solo players. But these 5 tips are definitely essential, definitely worth noting when actually going into attempt this solo Easter egg. And chances are, if you're looking at this video, you're struggling with certain steps. And I can help you, give you some extra tips if you leave a comment down below. Honestly, I reply to almost all comments, as long as you don't comment something stupid or something totally unnecessary. But back to the video, these are 5 tips that you are definitely going to need to keep note of when attempting this solo Easter egg. You may know some of them, you may not, but without further ado, let's get straight into it. But actually, before we do, since I'm doing you a favor, why not do me one? See that little red subscribe button down below? Click it. So tip number 1 is something a lot of people know, but a lot of people don't know. And anytime I'm streaming the Easter egg, they're like, why haven't you upgraded all the bows? You don't need to upgrade all the bows when you're doing the solo Easter egg. You only need to upgrade 1. You can upgrade 2, but that would actually change the variable at a later stage. When you're actually doing the keeper stage, basically, you get a glow on screen of whatever bow you need to kill zombies with inside that circle. If you only have 1 bow upgraded, you will only get that 1 corresponding bow color when you are actually doing the keeper step. If you have 2, then you have the probability of getting one or the other. The amount of bows you actually have upgraded are the amount of variables that you can get there. But honestly, why would you bother? You might as well just upgrade 1 bow. It's going to save you time, it's going to save you a lot of stress, and more importantly, it's going to get it done a lot quicker and a lot easier. And if I was to recommend 1 bow, 1 of all 4 bows to use during this Easter egg, it's got to be the electric bow. It's going to help you a lot. It is really easy, great against panzers, and of course it is the best bow down in the boss fight, so it's definitely worth noting. Tip number 2 is more aimed towards people that want to get this done as fast as possible, as quickly as possible, which is actually going to make it easier in the long run because the zombies are much easier to kill and there is sort of a lot more things that you can do earlier, quicker and better. What you want to do is actually upgrade the bow and the Ragnarok simultaneously. What you want to do is basically for each bow, whichever one you actually are deciding to upgrade, you need to do a step down the rocket launch pad, and what you want to do is actually wait down there whilst you are down there and wait for the rocket to actually test launch. Then you can get the actual part that is in the teleporter, and boom, you just saved a lot of time because it will add up in the long run, trust me. And as well as that, you will not have to really go down to the rocket launch pad again, only when you're passing through after completing the wisp step, which brings me on to tip number 3. It's the best run, the best sort of routine to do whilst checking for the wisps, especially on solo. They're actually quite considerate with the time, but nonetheless, you do want to get it done as quickly as possible, especially if it leaked into the next round and there are zombies currently spawning. And just a little tip inside this tip, you can actually pick up your upgraded bow right after you actually shoot the prongs on the teleport. Just a little tip, I always do it with the electric bow. Gets it done really quick and gets me out of sticky situations very fast. What you want to do is start in the control room and instantly you can check the clock and of course the corner. Then what you want to do is run up, check above on the locker. If it's not there, then run around, check the phone. If it's not there, run, check the globe. If it's not there, run straight through to of course above, double tap, check on the corner. If it's not there, then of course drop it down, open the door. It's only 500, it's going to get everything done much quicker, trust me. Head on down, check the tire, and if it's not there, it's going to be in the spawn room. There are all your locations pretty much done, and basically when it sort of resets, what you want to do is basically work your way back all the way to the control room. And then of course if you get it again on your way, what you want to do is basically head to either end of this little track and of course then repeat, and there is no way you're going to miss any of these wisps. And as well as that, you did it in about 1 minute and 30 flat. Tip number 4, I actually find an extreme amount of humor in the fact that I actually have to mention this. Remember, you are playing on solo, you can pause the game. It's good if you do want to take a break or whatever, but of course when you have to remember symbols, why even bother remembering them? Just pause the game, jot them down on a piece of paper, and of course then input them. That is pretty much all you need to do. I always tune into people's streams and they're trying to sort of hypnotize themselves almost when they're trying to just repeat the same thing over and over, trying to remember these symbols, trying to remember the order of these symbols, and there is literally no point. You're just adding stress. As well as that, you normally have a few zombies on your back when you are trying to do this. You're trying to train them around and remember symbols. It's just way too stressful in my opinion. Definitely just pause pause the game, write them down, and happy-go-lucky, you can proceed to cockblock Dempsey and knock him right on out of the sky. And now our last tip, but not least, tip number 5. This is something, once again, I shouldn't be mentioning, but is something even I forget at times, especially going down into the boss fight, and of course doing the wisp step, and of course doing the actual keeper step. Remember your zombie shield. It's one of the biggest factors into a lot of deaths in, of course, this Easter egg quest. A lot of people forget their zombie shield, including myself. I failed many times, went down there 3 times without a zombie shield. It really will help you. Do top up on it, you are going to need it. And we might as well progress on with tip number 5 by throwing in all the little mini tips and personal sort of experience stories that I can sort of tell you guys and you can actually benefit from. What you want to do is head down to the boss area with either the Draken or of course a shotgun. The shotguns are the best for taking out the panzers. It's going to take them out really quick. If I'm to mention it one more time, go down with the electric bow. If you are going to take one bow, any bow, if you really don't care, if you don't have a preference, take the electric bow. All you have to do is literally hold the trigger button, shoot the floor, the skeletons are taken care of, and of course you can relax for a second and continue to actually take out the big ass keeper. And of course it is one of the best bows against panzers. You literally can support yourself a lot with just the bow, and of course you can actually savor the ammo because the storm does do justice. And it's probably not a tip, but I find it's better to just go head to head with the panzer. Try to take them out as quick as possible, get up close and personal, get up, give him a hug, and then shoot him in the face as fast as possible. It's going to be really easy, really quick, and if you followed all these tips, chances are the panzer isn't going to be as good as he would be if he was up on a higher round. But ladies and gentlemen, I am going to leave it here. If you have any tips that you picked up on from actually completing this solo Easter egg and you want to share with both me and of course everybody else watching, do leave them down in the comment section below and bounce around a few ideas and tips that you of course picked up on. But I am going to leave it here. Do smash the like button if you did enjoy, and if you are not yet subscribed, honestly, what the hell are you waiting for? I'm going to leave it here though. Hope you all have an amazing day and goodbye. Thank you for watching. See you all in another video very soon.